Hey, everybody. Welcome.
Hey, everybody. He's always got to get the first word and the last.
Goodbye.
Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. And we're in the green because it's still St. Patty's Day when we are filming this show for our monthly modality message. Otherwise, I'd be wearing my bright red, warmer shirt because we're celebrating Aries season.
Happy birthday to all the Aries. All the folks that have significant Aries in their charts. This one, happy birthday.
There you go. Yay! It's the time of my month-long birthday festivities. Mm-hmm. And Aries season it is. Okay. So let's see what's going on with all of the modalities for Aries season. Remember, this reading is good till the sun enters the sign of Taurus, which is right at the end of Aries, which, since my birthday holds up the rear of Aries, as I'd like to say. Hey, you're not knocking that over, and I need room to shuffle this time, my friend.
Come here, Sonny.
Oh, yeah, have him right. It's going to work fine.
Well, I tried.
Over here. Well, my cards are out, Sonny. Talk on him? Well, so much for the light. Should have known. I just should have known. All right, well, we are doing the cardinal signs first, if you're wondering. And the cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So here we are. I go first. What a surprise. Aries. Sonny, stop it. Oh, my goodness. Well, at any rate, the cardinal signs are initiators. They get things started. We're active, we're quick, we're ambitious, we have vim and vigor. We are not slackers. We're enthusiastic, we have a zest for life, we're clever, and you know what? We always want to win.
But you're too domineering, self-centered, forgetting about others. As they focus on their own stuff, they often don't finish what they start.
At least we start things. So you want to be starting something, Mr. O?
Oh, I was wondering if you would let me shuffle those.
Yes. Yes, I'm keeping my arms here, Sonny, because you are not taking my table space, man.
It was a valiant effort, but it was doomed.
We just got done with our live show, and he was on for a lot of it. He didn't stay for the whole thing, so I guess he decided he had to come back. All right.
All right. First card is the primary focus for the cardinal signs.
And it's the Hierophant upright. Looks like some edumacation, some education, some learning, some sharing of knowledge and wisdom with others. And also, I have to say, well, maybe the primary focus is just on the status quo, maintaining the status quo. What do you think?
Cardinals signs may be borrowing from what the fixed signs normally do, which is kind of stabilize situations, but maybe the Cardinals have to take a hand for whatever reasons. This is not going to work out if he does this.
Well, hey, have fun.
Okay. Oh, but I don't get to do my final solution.
What is that, Mr. O?
I pick them up and throw them off the table.
No, you don't.
So I think the cardinal signs want really to work with the status quo images. They want to maintain them. They want to maybe influence others to understand that this is a paradigm right now. There's a paradigm for keeping a sense of order going on, and it's affecting the cardinals maybe because they realize there's a lot of volatility you know, we're just moments away from Mercury going retrograde.
This is true.
All right, so card 2.
Sunny is retrograde. All right, look at about card 1 there.
With your interactions with others and how they will play in the month ahead. And it's another major arcana. It's the Emperor.
Okay,
Upright.
so the role others will play. I think others will play potentially a leadership role here. It's possible that others are asking for you to help them maintain order, help them, you know, with something that they are doing. It's possible here that perhaps you might even, well, I could even go the other way with this, I guess, to say, cardinal signs, that some of this knowledge and wisdom that you are imparting may be to help boost others up, you know, to make them feel more comfortable in a leadership role or position. Maybe you're showing them the ropes.
The Emperor in this position, I think, talks about the idea that there's going to be a cross-collaboration and that people will be sharing things on both sides of the spectrum. The interactions of others will work with your own interactions to provide the idea of keeping things on course, mutual respect, and listening to each other and determining good solutions.
Throwing him off the table would have disrupted the set. He was literally dug in. So that's not going to happen.
All right.
I'm just not going to pet him, and maybe he'll behave or not.
Card 3.
Card 3. So the opportunities or challenges you may face in the month ahead, and how can you best achieve or tackle them?
And we have another major arcana, but it's Temperance reversed.
Yeah, you know, I don't even think I tackled card 2 because I did, the Emperor.
Yes, you did.
I did. Well, card 3, so the opportunities or challenges you may face seem to be about balance, about finding balance here.
It could be because of the collaborative process indicated, in my opinion, by the second card. The idea that maybe everybody wants to sort of have a role in playing the lead here, and so people will have to learn that balance. It's going to be an issue.
I'm going to want to do more in the recap on this, I think.
All right.
So card 4, let's move on.
How you can use your superpower. Ace of Pentacles upright.
Well, to get something started. That's
you
what
want to
we
be starting
do.
something.
That's what we do. Get something started that can grow into something wonderful. Hopefully we won't abandon ship, especially if it's bringing in some money. Right?
Right. Your superpower will be starting something that really promotes the aura of feasibility as well as a sense of foundation or security. So let's do our recap.
Let's do a recap here. I'm sorry if I was distracted by you-know-who. But, okay, so basically the main focus for the month is about maintaining the status quo or order in some way. This might be to forge ahead so you can prepare to do something new, which is at the end of this cycle. I feel here that the Hierophant is saying maybe you are training people, maybe you are being trained by others to assume a leadership role. I could see this either way.
There's definitely a sense of some modeling of behavior here. And it's really about bringing people up with yourself.
And the role that others will play, well, I think that they're either going to, they're going to play the role of leader, or they're going to lead you, or you're going to lead them. I think that you're definitely in a teamwork kind of situation here. And it seems to be growthful and positive, with these two cards. It seems like everything is going smoothly and everything is under control and everybody is working together in harmony. I almost wonder if this is the Hierophant often is a leader, but remember, teachers are always students as well. We learn from each other. So I can't help but wonder here if this isn't about a shared leadership position going on.
And I feel that way too, because it is talking about how we interact with others, and it seems to imply both sides of that. And maybe the Emperor is really here to tell us that sometimes we can collaborate and we can share, and we don't have to take the best prize. We can be, stronger than that.
Everybody is doing their fair share. And so with the next position, the opportunities or challenges you may face, well, it's Temperance reversed. So I guess maintaining that status quo and maintaining the flow is the challenge here, is trying to keep everything in flow, everybody on the same page, everybody doing their part.
So this calls for, everybody being encouraged to use their empathy and listening skills and work with that.
And how can you use your modality superpowers for best this month? Well, hey, that's the Ace of Pentacles. So I think maybe you're the one who's going to initiate a project or goal here or something. You're going to be the initiator. You're going to get something started. That is the best way to do it. Maybe you put this team together. Or you train the team and you leave them to grow, start something new. What do you think?
So it's really all good. I really think it's about, building
business.
Something new, and it takes a process of really bringing everybody together and defining what the group mind or will would want to focus on.
This is either about business, this could be about some community organization or voluntary organization as well. Whatever the case may be, it's a real learning and leadership experience, and also a teamwork experience, how you can share the work equitably and the benefits at the end with others.
All right.
Good luck with that, cardinal signs.
So hooray for the cardinal signs, and let's hope the other signs, the other modalities do as well.
Well, we're on the fixed signs, those darn fixed signs.
We're going to fix it.
Which are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Surely you have good things to say about them, don't you, Mr. O?
Well, I do. Here you go.
All not true.
Here you go.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. All not true.
Then why bother? Let's just do the reading.
Ooh.
Steadiness, stable, determined, resolute, self-reliant, forging ahead, calmly works on objectives. Unless you have to work with a cardinal sign, then they kind of scream a little bit. Remembers those who've helped them. Persistence, concentration, powerful yet purposeful. No wasted motions.
Except for the fact that they can be stubborn sometimes. Very, very stubborn. They can be my way or the highway in their thinking. They have a tendency to get stuck in their ways. And they believe they are always right.
Banshee,
Sunny tried to hide that
Banshee.
from me, so I couldn't
Banshee,
read it.
Banshee, Banshee. There you go again.
You know I'm right.
Sunny, thanks for trying to hide it. She was pretty determined, though.
You
Stupid
betcha.
cardinal.
You betcha.
Bah! Card 1.
Okay.
The primary focus for the fixed signs. 3 of Wands. Bam, we're going to do stuff. Our primary focus for the fixed signs really is about working with the plan, finding that moment you can capitalize on, waiting for the right thing to happen that just sort of says, now I can make my move.
It is a card of anticipation. It is a card of knowing that, when the right time to strike comes, you'll be ready and you'll put your plan into action.
So card 2 is the role.
Go on.
What role will your interactions with others play in this month ahead?
Well, I don't know.
It's the reversed 5 of Wands. And so you may possibly cause some friction, or some friction may be kind of a gestalt in that particular working arrangement. If this is friends, co-workers, a neighborhood council, whatever it is, there may be something about you that is sort of a little strident and maybe provoking a sense of competition or eagerness to win or take advantage.
Well, a couple of things here, I think, for you fixed signs. If you're too stubborn, it's possible here, or my way or the highway, that people don't feel included, and they may walk. They may not be all in on your plan, and they want to be heard. They want to be.
And this actually plays to what you read about our negativities. This totally plays that. So
That's
it's like
what I'm thinking.
fixed signs. Don't be that way.
That way. But on the other hand, I would say maybe you might have to decide to go it alone. If there's too much friction and people are not all in on what you want to do, then you just got to do it. Let's say you want to paint your house and nobody wants to do it. I hate to say it. You might have to do it yourself or get started. Maybe once you get started, other people might get on board. But it does seem like there's some friction to your plans here.
So the opportunities or challenges you may face in the month of May and how best you can tackle them. Oh, I didn't know there was a paint your house alone card. No, it's the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is here to remind us.
We got
the Two of Wands is here to remind us that sometimes we have to get along a little bit. We have to not only get along, but I think it's also about understanding perspectives, our own perspective and those other people that maybe you're interacting with. The Two of Wands sort of represents a wise-looking ruler who maybe is saying, what can I do to really capitalize on this? Where can I go from here?
Well, the opportunity or challenge you face, because I think it could go either way, is, being able to get this plan off the ground. And, one way or another, whether it's alone or whether it's with others. When I see the combination of the Three of Wands and the Two here, I think that one way or another, you want to get this challenge off, or this project off the ground. And it could be an opportunity if you can get everybody to buy in, or you decide do it on your own, or it could be a challenge if you're trying to get people on board.
I have a feeling it's all tied up in the superpower card.
Maybe.
Card 4, how can you use your modality superpowers to best advantage? And it's the sun reversed. And so this is saying that like maybe there's a little shadow, a little shade there, but really be charming, be illuminating, point out things to people in a positive, light manner.
Don't act like you're bulldozing over them.
Try that, Scorpio. Try to be nice.
Try to be nice. None of that my way or the highway thinking. See if you can illuminate people and get them on board with your plan. But one way or another, I think what this card at the end is saying is that, you're all about forging ahead. And you might be stubborn and you might decide to do it on your own if you can't buy people into it. It may not be as sweet a success, but it'll still be a success.
And I like the fact that it's pretty much unstoppable, because when you think about it, the sun's light reaches us in 9 minutes. It's just like the speed of light is that metaphor for saying it's just moving. You can't stop it. It's out of control. It's Hulkamania. Okay, it's not Hulkamania. But let's do our recap then.
Yes, let's do our recap. I think this was an interesting reading. And again, it's interesting. It seems like projects, goals, or maybe business-oriented of some sort, or community-oriented. And I get the feeling, too, that, this is spring. And we start to get more active. We start to get more involved in things. And so it seems to make sense that things are moving in this direction for all the signs so far. So let's take a look at this. All right, let's go. The main focus.
3 of Wands, the main focus. I think the main focus is realizing that there's an opportunity you can catch now, that maybe you're seeing something that really sparks your imagination, sparks your resolve to get ahead of things.
You're anticipating success, that you can work towards success, that you'll know when the right moment is to strike and to get things off the ground. And so others, how will your relations with them go? How will they relate to this? Well,
you may want to consider toning it down, because it looks like you want to be a little bit more aggressive and maybe play into that my way or the highway, which is so typical of fixed, mindsets.
You need to buy them into this. You need to listen to other perspectives and points of view. There may be things that, could help your plan succeed if you take in the input. But then again, if everybody doesn't seem to be on the same page with what you want to do, it may be a sign that you need to fly solo.
Card 3.
The opportunity or challenge? Well, it's both. It's getting this off the ground and keeping to your plan. You're always very, very steadfast about how you want to do things. You want to forge ahead. So I almost feel like the opportunity or challenge is you're going to forge ahead either way, whether people cooperate with you or not.
Even if you're not at the top, it's still a little lonely where you're at.
Yeah.
Well, he's sitting there alone waiting.
I agree.
Card 4, how will your superpowers come to advantage?
Well, I think that...
Reversed.
What?
It's the sun reversed.
I know.
So it's saying really that your ability to bring light to situations, your ability to instruct or inform, and maybe your ability to loosen up and be a little nicer. The fixed have some disturbing at times, bad characteristics. And so maybe the sun is reversed is saying you can lighten it up even a little bit for being a fixed sign. You can try to be a little bit more of a lighter personality in this regard.
Well, number one, if the people that do stick with you, you need to give credit where credit's due and make sure they share in your success. So anybody who supports your efforts, make sure you do that. It seems like, some of this might take away from your good feelings about this project or goal, but ultimately you will succeed. It just may not be as sweet a success because of some of the hoops you may have to cross with others to get there.
Right.
All right, that's what we have for you.
So now we are on to the mutable.
The mutables.
The feeling is mutable.
Or something like that.
Well,
we know the mutables have some really good qualities. They go.
But who are they? They're Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces.
Well, thank you for that interjection. I forgot.
Didn't say it.
I did forget. Do you want to go ahead?
Don't let it happen again. Yeah, I do.
Did you see that sideways look in my eyes? Probably not. But anyway.
Do you see the sideways look in my eye? No, it's just the rolling of the eyes.
I will go with the positives because the mutables have many. They go with the flow. They're adaptable. They're flexible. They're versatile. They're highly resourceful. They can change when necessary. And they find it quite easy to change. They're kind of like the chameleons here of the Zodiac. They're liked by others. They enjoy learning. And you know why they're liked by others? Because they like to play fair. And they're very diplomatic. And also they'll bend over backwards, for you. They're sharp, sympathetic. They can see below the surface. And they are selfless and quick to help others.
But they try too hard to please everyone. And they can be wishy-washy, inconsistent. Indeed. Or downright duplicitous. They can stretch themselves to the breaking point.
Like a rubber band.
So then.
We're being pretty goofy on this show today.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
It's not. We're just in that cheery pre-Aries season mood. Well, at least some of us are. All right.
Card 1.
Well, what do you know? It's
The primary
from the
focus
last
for
reading.
mutables.
It's the Five of Wands reversed. So unlike you to start this way, mutables, but there you are, trying to resolve conflict and get everybody to work together harmoniously, or to get everybody to settle their differences. For example, if it's a family dispute, if it's a workplace disagreement where everybody has different ideas on how something should get done. It's kind of like you're there in the middle of this, trying to figure out how to get everybody on the same page. And, you know, it's not like you to walk away. So I get the feeling here, this is one of those instances where you could be in danger of stretching yourself too far to try to please others.
There's a lot of friction here, but the overall feeling that I'm getting is that you may be the person that has to try to pull the disparateness together again, whether it's frictions with people or just situations around you. It's going to be on you to try to navigate through that.
Well. So how about others, your interactions with others under these circumstances, the role others will play?
And it's the reversed King of Pentacles.
Oh my goodness. They're digging in their heels, you know, they're being very stubborn. And not only that, they're feeling really non-motivated about participating.
Mutables?
No, other people. This is about the interactions with others. I feel this is the other people you're dealing with here and trying to get, you know, some consensus.
So it could kind of sound like maybe you have some sort of responsibility towards a situation of any sort where you need to have some sense of a consensus, and it's not hard. It's not easy. People are digging in their heels, as Banshee says. The King of Pentacles reverse could look like maybe somebody has a sense of control over what you need to affect what you're trying to do or to change that. And it's going to be a bit of a battle to get that released.
Well, I think somebody is trying to control the narrative here, you know, from the other people. It's not you. And maybe it's causing friction among others. And, you know, it could just be one person that's the big problem here. And this could be in a family. I mean, this could be a stubborn child, you know, a stubborn parent or adult that you're dealing with, a brother or sister, sibling. I'm not ruling that out either at this point.
So then next is what opportunities or challenges you may face in the month and how best can you tackle them. And it's another king, but it's the King of Cups.
Wow.
This is interesting.
That's so you.
I think well, but it's immutable. It's not me.
I meant the mutables.
Oh, okay. It's so
That's so you, mutables. You know, you're trying to please people, but not just that. I think with the King of Cups here, you know, in this position, the opportunity or challenge is how you assume the role as peacemaker here. How you assume a role to try to balance and get everybody to calm down and try to listen, you know, get everybody to listen to one another instead of outshout each other.
The cards really kind of fit this reading overall because it just seems like there's consternation and bickering with people or situations that are being bickered over. And the King of Cups says, this is your time to try to be benevolent and try to order things in maybe a more peaceful way. Maybe you're the one who needs to control the talking stick.
Wow. And so ultimately, how can you, we've been talking here about already how best you can use your modality superpowers to temper this situation, but let's see what the last card says.
And it's the Emperor reversed.
Oh,
let it go, let it go.
No. Well, the Emperor reversed,
it may be that you'll have to just let some people go on and actually do their own thing, maybe.
Actually, I think this is where your anti-powers come into play. And you got to watch it. Because I feel here that you may be looked at as being wishy-washy. You're afraid to take a stand either way and hurt someone, and not, you don't want to take that leadership role. You're kind of shirking it because you don't want to offend and hurt anyone. You're trying to make peace. But unfortunately, this may not work out well for you. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of tough love here, mutables, and take control and say, okay, if you can't work it out, it's going to be this way.
So, right, if you are wishy-washy, one of your negatives, you're going to have to try to find that resolve to expect the tough love, expect the respect, and maybe say, I can do this alone, because some of that was indicated earlier, and I will if I don't have the cooperation I need.
Yeah, I suppose that's true too. I really feel it's not so much about a project. I think what's going on here with you guys, whether it's at work, whether it's in your personal life or in your family life, it seems like it's a conflict or disagreement. It could be in the household. If it is about a project, it could be at work. It just seems as though people are angry at each other and they're not seeing eye to eye, and everybody wants to do their own thing, but yet that's the focus, is how to get everybody to work together, to be together, to be harmonious with each other once again, to listen to one another rather than outshout each other. Maybe everybody's got some sore points they're arguing about, but if we don't listen to one another, we get nowhere.
I could definitely see this being more about human interactions, and I feel that that's what the focus is for you guys, the mutables, is that, and let's face it, once again, Mercury's retrograde, communication is really going to fall up for a few weeks here.
We didn't even bring that up in any of these readings.
Yeah, well, I did bring it up in one of them.
It definitely feels apropos here. So basically with the King of Pentacles here, with your relations with others, I really related it towards other people, that there's somebody who is really trying to manipulate things to their advantage. They're not interested in what others have to say. It's kind of like they're being stubborn. They're being incredibly stubborn and digging in their heels. And for a mutable who's used to change and going with the flow, that's really hard to deal with.
Right. This is almost like, a no-pass kind of situation that might make you feel like just pulling out totally, but you're probably not going to do it. You're going to try to string along.
Okay, and so the opportunity or challenge that you face this month, well, it's how you navigate this, how you use your emotional stability to try to ground and calm people and get people to listen to each other. And also, it's about you and how you manage this as well. You may have to set some emotional boundaries for yourself.
Yes, because I really did feel that this card does talk about your empathy in this matter, but also, as a king, there is a resolve to not bend over all the way backwards.
And unfortunately, you might be pushing the envelope here a little bit with this. You might be trying too hard to please somebody who is resisting change or resisting listening to what other people's have to offer, that really want kind of that. It's almost like the fixed signs, my way or the highway thinking. You just don't,
Well, right, and we saw in the Cardinals, their first card made them sort of enacting as a fixed sign.
Well, I'm not saying that you're acting as the fixed sign. I'm saying who they're dealing with.
The Mercury retrograde aspects are kind of confusing our natural energies. This is somebody who doesn't want to play well, maybe.
I feel here that you may decide you just have to take control ultimately. But the bottom line is that you may also just be shirking your responsibilities. You may throw your hands up, I'm beginning to think, and just wash your hands of the whole thing and say, hey, I've tried everything I could do to get you guys together. I'm out of here. And that's not like you either. So I don't know what to tell you. Hang in there. Do your best. But ultimately, you have to set up some boundaries for yourself and finally decide when it's time to quit.
All right. So that's our modalities for the week then.
It is. Well, and I forgot all about the Mercury retrograde thing. I believe Mercury will be retrograde till the Sun enters Taurus, at least, I believe.
It feels like a lot of what's going on is about the way people interact and communicate with each other. And that is one of the first things about Mercury retrograde that goes south.
So beware, everybody, even you signs that had a better reading. Watch what you say, and how you couch things, because things can be misconstrued really easily when Mercury is retrograde. So, hey, everybody, that's it for this month. The wonderful, amazing, fantastic month of Aries season. So take care, and we will see you again when the Sun enters the sign of Taurus after my birthday, the day of or after my birthday.
Blah, 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 blah.
Take care, everybody. We will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.